January 22nd will mark the 40th anniversary of Roe v. Wade, the landmark Supreme Court decision legalizing abortion in this country. Year after year, thousands of people have been marching for life in Washington, D.C. in protest of the ruling. Today we hear from different generations of people who attend the march each year and share the same vision of changing hearts on the issue of abortion. Reel to Reel's Carolee McGrath reports.
They are decades apart in age, from 14 to 80 plus, but they all understand the urgency of the issue and the incredible need to be a voice for the unborn.
It's just so amazing to know that you can go and do something to help the voiceless.
Have your child. If you can't keep it, we have other people who can take care of your child and who will adopt it. So don't be afraid of having your child.
Bob Grenier is once again organizing the bus trip to Washington for the March for Life for Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish in Holyoke. They'll join other busloads of people from across the diocese making the trip next Thursday night. This will be 14-year-old Javier Correa's fourth trip, 16-year-old Rebecca James' 10th trip. Carol Bailey, a registered nurse, has been a few times too. They may be from different generations, but they share the same belief, taught by the Catholic Church, that all life should be protected.
It was very shocking to me when I first found out, because I don't know why a person would want to kill their own baby.
I have 4 children, I have 11 grandchildren, and to know that, people are aborting babies, and it breaks my heart.
This year, thousands from across the country will meet once again in Washington to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Roe v. Wade. The controversial Supreme Court decision made abortion legal in all 50 states. Prior to that 1973 ruling, abortion was illegal in many states and restricted in others. The decision in the companion case, Doe versus Bolton, handed down the same day, was just as devastating. The ruling stated a woman could have an abortion after viability if her health was at risk. The justices broadened the definition of health to include emotional, psychological, and a woman's age, essentially allowing abortion throughout the entire 9 months of pregnancy.
And what's it like going on the march?
Very emotional. You see all these young people, young children, younger than I am, who go with their families, who pray the rosary, who are there to support life from conception until natural death.
Grenier is a father of 7 and grandfather as well. He's a prominent businessman and founder of Grenier Photography, which is now Grin & Barrett. He says the march makes it clear to politicians that this issue is not going away.
People are really interested in having themselves heard.
Our Lady of Guadalupe usually sends between 2 and 3 buses down to Washington each year for the march. And while it's not an easy trip, parishioners here say it's one that they wish more people would take.
Who wants to take your finals early, Dad? And skip school and stay up all night and be exhausted. Who wants to do that?
Nobody does, but I go and I fight for life.
It was wonderful being with so many people, especially the young people who feel so strongly about life and protecting the unborn.
Jose Correa, Javier's father, has been attending the march for 7 years. He's also in the diaconate program for the diocese.
As we started to march uphill to go to Supreme Court, I remember at one point in time I was right in the middle of the hill, and I'm looking in front of me, and there's thousands of people in front of me. And then I look back, and it was amazing to see that there was thousands more.
Correa says while Roe v. Wade has always been thought of as a woman's issue, abortion has hurt millions upon millions of fathers. He says men who are supposed to be protectors have to have the courage to lovingly take a stand on the issue.
It is the right cause, it is for the right reasons, and as Christians we're called to do this.
According to the National Right to Life, more than 55 million babies have been aborted in the United States since 1973. This group is hoping that in another 40 years, abortion will just be a sad part of history.
I'm just praying that the government will change and the minds of the Americans and of the world would change on the subject of abortion, and everybody will become pro-life.
But until that time, this group marches on. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.